Welcome to my channel. This next request that I have is for ABBA, and the name of the song is Fernando. This was requested by Thomas, and he wrote that it's 2006 from their album Arrival. Nothing else. Didn't write anything else. But it's ABBA, so you know it's going to be good, right? I mean, did ABBA ever do anything that wasn't good? I've probably heard this song before, don't recognize the title, but you know me, I don't know. I'm not real good with titles, I'm not real good with lyrics. I have a poor memory for those things. For example, one of my favorite performers is Randy Travis, and my favorite song that he's ever sung is Forever and Ever. And I've sung it over and over and over again, and I still don't know the words. That's how bad I am. I'm terrible. I really am. But anyway, before we get into the music, I gotta thank you for coming here, for supporting me, for your wonderful comments, for your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. I just appreciate it so much. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so that you can support them as well. And I put the link to the video that I'm reacting to in the video description, as well as a link from Wikipedia for whatever I can find about the song or the singers. And I always put the link to the reaction request form so that you can request reactions if you want to. I don't take requests from the comments. Don't put your requests in the comments. Fill out the form, please. Thank you. So this is ABBA singing Fernando.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. In the firelight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. I could hear the distant drums and sounds of bugle calls were coming from afar. They were close now, Fernando. Every hour, every minute seemed to last eternally. I was so afraid, Fernando. We were young and full of life, and none of us prepared to die. And I'm not ashamed to say the roar of guns and cannons almost made me cry. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend. Now we're old and gray, Fernando. Since many years I haven't seen a rifle in your hand. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? ran. I can see it in your eyes, how proud you were to fight for freedom in this land. There was something in the air that night, the stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. There was something in the air that night, the stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Though we never thought that we could lose, there's no regret. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. Yes, if I had to do the same again, I would, my friend Fernando. If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend.
Yes, I've heard that song before. I noticed something while they were singing. Something I hadn't noticed before. The two women, their voices, the tonal quality of their voices is almost identical. It's almost like the same person singing, which I think was part of the secret of their success. They have this really bright tonal quality, and both of them have it, and they sound very, very, very similar, almost like twins. Excuse me. Something I'd never noticed before about them, but it really stuck out in this song. Maybe it was because their faces were right next to each other or something, I don't know, but it just drew my attention, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, these two sound so much alike, it's almost like it's one person singing two parts. Huh. Maybe that's why ABBA was so successful, huh? This is a great song. Like all of their songs, it's very lovely sounding. It's very heartwarming. It's very bright and airy. Their music was just uplifting, really enjoyable. We're fortunate to have had ABBA in our lives. Yeah, I pray for you that God will bless you with His love, with His grace, with His mercy, and with His peace. Most of all, with His peace that passes all understanding, and that will keep your heart and your mind at ease, tranquil, serene. Those are words that come to mind. And I pray for the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.